Hi, my name is Jonathan and I'm co-founder of Univid, a webinar platform to create engaging webinars in 60 seconds. And today I'll show you how we partnered up with Lyyti, one of the best event management softwares out there, to create the best all-in-one event experience in the world. What this means is that you can use Lyti's awesome registration pages, event management flows, so for example follow-up emails, reminders and all of that, and really customize those a lot. It will also automatically be connected to Univid, which is the platform we're looking at now, which is the live part of the webinar. So you can manage your events in one place but still get a ton of benefits you get from a dedicated webinar platform for the live experiences. So you can create your Univid webinar straight from within Lyyti. You can get registered attendees straight into Univid from Lyyti once they register. And also you get some juicy engagement insight back from the webinars. So for example, things like who attended and who did not, how long did people watch for, what type of interaction did they do. So such data will flow back also into Lyyti from Univid there. So without further ado, let's jump into how it works. We start here in our organization in Univid. Just to show you that we can set up a template here. So the webinar will automatically get this template and show up in Univid once you create it in Lyyti. So for example, I created a template for Lyyti and Univid here, but obviously you could have yours with your branding or colors, images, logos and all of that. So your live sessions will look really good then according to brand, for example, like this. So if we are now happy with this selection of template, we can now go into Lyyti and actually create our webinar. Here we create our event in Lyyti. So let's go ahead. I'll press create event. I'll choose English for this purpose. We'll choose online here. You could obviously host hybrid and physical events through Lyyti as well. Then we could enter a title here. Then we'll set an event time. So let's put today's date here. We have now selected Univid also per default as the online event location. And that will be the venue. So that's basically all we have to do here. We can now save and continue. And now that we actually press save, we go into the Univid organization just to confirm that we've created a webinar and it shows up in Univid. So if we go to the webinar view here, you can see that the webinar number 2 has been created straight from within Lyyti, and we didn't have to do basically anything at all in terms of setup. If we go into this webinar, we can see that it has this nice branding already pre-configured for us as it was part of our template. The logo comes, we can configure who should be visible as speakers, if we have a description that could follow. Also things like CTAs, for example, book a demo, could be active, and here we actually have several configured for us, so we can change that, and these can be part of the template as well, alongside with things like if we should have a chat active, reactions, only Q&A and things like that. And then we have a webinar that is ready to go live here in a few minutes, and we can view what a participant will see once they enter. But let's go back and see how participants sign up for this before they jump into the webinar. We can now finalize the setup in Lyyti. You have a ton of options here. You can choose how exactly the registration page should look like, thank you page, all the kind of emails that could go out, both in terms of reminders, confirmations and follow-ups. We'll actually use just the basics in terms of registration to do this quickly here. Also in terms of confirmation, go ahead and design that email a bit. So I created a super basic one here with a join the webinar button. And some just welcome text. You could have images and videos even in these too. Go ahead and save that. All right, we can now copy our registration page link to the webinar that has been created with Lyyti. Here we see some information. You can customize this however you want with images and videos and sections. We have a pretty basic setup here, so I'll just input my information and I'll confirm. So now I should be signed up. Let's go into our email to see if I've received an email. And yes, it seems like I have received one according to the email template I previously set up. I can now press join the webinar, and then I am ready to go into the webinar. And with a few minutes to go, I can interact and be part of the webinar just like that. And the nice thing here is that attendees will be tracked, meaning you'll get data as a host based on who attended, how long did people watch, and all of that nice data. That will go automatically back into Lyyti, and it will be a really smooth experience for the attendee. And just to give you briefly an idea of what the webinar could look like once we go live, here is once I join the webinar studio as a presenter. I can see that I have a participant here. I can interact with that person, and obviously they can interact through reactions. They can click my CTAs. I can change the different CTAs if I want another one. I can obviously share my screen and things like that, and decide when I go live as well. So you can have that kind of pre-chat with other guest speakers that you have added to your specific webinar. And you could also launch polls. So for example, what's your biggest challenge with hosting webinars? These all seem pretty difficult if you're not using Univid and Lyyti, of course. And with that, it's time to conclude. And I think this is a really cool integration and collaboration, because you get that all-in-one event management in one platform, and you still get that simplicity of hosting webinars through Univid. So kind of the best of two worlds with Lyyti and Univid. And feel free to book a demo in my calendar down below. You find my calendar link, and also read more page if you want to read more and test things out on your own and prefer that. I'll see you in the next one, and stay tuned for more. Bye.